I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to show you a fun class with Flight and Airy, which is one of our Sale-A-Bration papers. You can get this for free. And just checking here to make sure things are working. You know what, I'm going to turn the light back on in my room because it's really dark in here. And unfortunately, it leaves little circles on my counter, on my glass mat here. But that's what we're going to have to put up with. So once I get going, you won't notice them. So anyway, Flight and Airy is one of the free papers that you can order through Sale-A-Bration, which ends February 29th this year. And so you'll want to make sure to order this paper if you don't have it yet. It is a really nice paper, and it is, okay, just checking to make sure everything's working. Okay, so let's get started. I made 5 cards, and so if you purchased the kit from me, then you can follow along. And if you didn't, then I would recommend you get a package of Flight and Airy and create these beautiful cards. So my first card is going to be Hello Friend. The greeting is from the Inked and Tiled stamp set. Let me just pull this out of here. And there we go. It's from Inked and Tiled. And so, let me just make sure this is working because it's kind of acting funny. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to assume it's working. Okay. So if you got the kit, this is what you're going to do. So when you take your kit out of the bag, if you take and pull the envelopes out, so they're in the envelopes and the flap is folded down, the one on top is number 1. Okay? So number 5 is on the bottom where the flaps are. All right? So if you take the stack out, number 1 is on the top. Turn the stack over. It's probably put in this way. So turn the stack over if you need to. Make sure these are on the bottom. The flap is on the bottom, and the one on top will be number 1. That's how they're packed. Okay, so I have already embossed this with the Flight and Airy, with the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder. And so that's already been embossed. I have fussy cut out of the paper this cute little bird. This is not working, and I want to make sure it is. So give me a minute here. This is acting strange. Okay. So this little bird was fussy cut. You should have a circle, and this circle was cut from the Everyday Details dies. So, okay, we're catching up here. So let's just go ahead and put this together. So I'm going to adhere this to the front of my card. And whenever I do my cards, you guys who do it with me all the time know that you have an inside and a front, okay? So this is my front. Just going to attach that just like that. Here I am going to, if you wanted to stamp a greeting in here, I would recommend you do it at this time because otherwise you're taking the chance of stamping it not stamping perfectly. So do it before you attach it. Then this will go on the inside of your card. I do not attach my insides because I do sell my cards or give them away. And then that way people can write in there and put it inside. So the next thing I have is this little circle, which has all these little dots in it still. Sorry about that. I should have popped those out. Just use my little take your pick brush here and pop those out just like that. brush the back a little just to catch any hanging ones. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to attach this right to the surface. You could pop it up with dimensionals if you want to. Oops, I didn't stamp it. So this is where your silicone mat comes in super handy so it doesn't stick to your tabletop. Okay, silicone mat. And I have Hello Friend, and that came from Inked and Tile, which is this stamp set. I love this one. It has so many great things in it. And I'm going to use Misty Moonlight for my ink color and just stamp. The great thing about a circle is you can stamp almost anywhere. And there's Hello Friend. Just clean that with my mat here. And let's close this up so I don't put my hands in it. And then I'm just going to attach my bird here, and I'm going to do that with dimensionals. Let's see, where's my dimensionals here? So I have a dog who wants in. Guess what? He's staying out. Okay, so the bird was fussy cut from the designer series paper. So I cut the bird that has the green leaves on the back. So just so you'll know, that one has the green leaves on the back that I fussy cut this little bird from. It's just one little bird on a branch. So see if I can get this to work now. Still working on it. You know, technology is great when it works, but when it gives you problems, it's a pain. We all know that. Okay, should be working. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this onto here. I'm going to come down a little lower so my Hello Friend shows. And now I'm going to attach this, a circle here, to the front of my card. Just like that. Okay, and that is card number 1. You could add some, if you got the kit, you got, I believe you got something in it. Did you get pearls in this one, I think I put pearls in this kit. And so you could add the pearls to it, just scatter them around and give it a nice soft look. So that is card number 1. Card number 2. We're just going to do them all one after another. So card number 2, let's pull that out. And for this one, I'm using Go To Greetings, which is one of my favorites. And if you got the kit, then your paper's already cut. So I cut the green leaf and cut with the everyday details around the edge here on that green leaf. So all the measurements will be on the PDF file. If you'd like the PDF, please give me a couple of days and I'll get it on my blog and you can check it out. So this one, we're going to attach this to this little, to the basic white, just like that. And I'm doing it, I'm just going to put it flat on there. Maybe. If I can get some glue out of here. There we go. Okay. And, ooh, this one also has little Chad's not punched out. You know what? I know that there's another way to do this. I'm going to show you a different way to get those out. So let's say I've already put them in and I see that there's still some there, which I do know. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. And this one has the goop on it, the putty. And I'm just going to look at that. They just looked right out of there. Well, most of the time. They do. That one's not wanting to come out. He says that he's staying. But you could use the other end of it, of course, and scoot it up. Gee, this worked so well before. Now it's not working. Oh, because I've got one on there. You cannot pick up one after another. You have to pick one up, wipe it off, and then pick up another one. So, just so you know. Okay, so I've got to clean that off. Still not bad. Oh, my putty's not there. I think this one's empty. It won't turn any longer, so I think it's empty. Let's go that way. Somebody let the monster in. Well, this worked before, guys. I'm sorry, it's not working today. So I have a little space under there. I'm just going to go ahead and clean those out of there. So before you do put yours on, be sure to clean it out. Because now I've made a mess. Okay. What do you want, mister? He's over here sticking his nose on my table. I have a 14-year-old golden doodle, if you don't know. And he's he's staring at me now. He's looking at me like, Mama, who are you telling that to? So, crazy dog. Anyway, those who know him know what he's like. He's obnoxious. Okay, so now I'm going to go with Go To Greetings, and there's a happy birthday in there. Oops, now my finger's sticking to everything. And this little tag here was cut out of, let me look at my cheat sheet here. It was cut out of the Cracker and Treat Box dies. So let's see if I can stamp this without sticking my head in the camera. And stamp it straight, I did not do. Okay. I can't turn it over. Well, I will. Okay. That's what happens when you do it and you don't stand up. So, at least for me. Let's try it again. Not much better. Okay, I recommend that you die cut this after you stamp it. So I'm going to leave mine off, put one on that's straight, and I get ready to assemble these all the way. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this to my card. Get those little dots out of there and put it on there straight and centered. That's what I love about green glue. I can still move it a little bit. Okay, then I have my bird, which I have fussy cut, again, out of the green paper. Excuse me. And we'll just put a couple of dimensionals on the back of that. I'm going to use a little one over by his tail feathers here just to hold that up. And peel those off and just stick that right across the center there. Okay, and then for the inside I've used Pretty Peacock and Basic White. And so we'll attach those two together. And that goes on the inside of my card. And then I'll have to do a new happy birthday since I messed that one up so bad. Okay. So there is card number 2. We're getting a messy countertop top here. Okay, card number 3. I'm going to use this one again, so I'm going to leave that there. Card number 3 is a little trickier. So I have cut from, this is card number 3, and I have cut it from the, you see my instructions are in the back still. from the Scallop Contour dies. I have cut this square. And I need to look at those instructions to see what my measurements are. So for this one, you're going to have to cut your designer series paper. And it is the one that I've used so much again. It's the bird with the pink on the back. Okay, so we're going to use the pink and the bird. And the first measurement that I'm going to cut is going to be 3 3/8. So I want to make sure my birds are right side up for this one because this is the width of the card front there that we're using. So it's 3 3/8, and then I'm going to cut at 2 1/8 and 2 1/2. So 2 1/2, we'll cut that one first. And 2 1/8, which is the second little line here on the cutter. Okay, over there. So we've got our 2 pieces. And let's pull this out. Okay, and those 2 pieces are going to go on this, right here, on this piece. Okay, so the 2 1/2 is going to go on the bottom, a little bit larger down there. And the 2 1/8 is going to go on the top. Okay, it should fit just about perfectly. If it doesn't, I would say leave a gap between if they don't fit, if it doesn't fit exact. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal for this. So, maybe I know. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of an edge at the top. Kind of want to equal on the sides and the top and all the way around there. And then I'm going to go to the bottom and do the same thing. Just leaving that little bit of an edge. Okay, and then you have some ribbon. If you purchased your kit from me, this is the ribbon that you got. If you didn't, this is one of the in color boho blue ribbon, which is available currently, and this one will be staying for this year. We do have a whole bunch of them that are retiring. Okay, so I'm going to try something. I didn't do this, but I'm just thinking, would it be better? I think it would. So I'm going to attach this on the back. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on the back so it's ready to be attached. And so just cut a piece that will fit in there. So I'm going to go a little bit longer than that, just enough that it'll give me something to work with and to anchor on the back. Putting it through the hole, my hand is stuck. Stampin' Seal works super good. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that over and secure it. We'll put a little bit more adhesive on there, like we need it. Okay, I like that better. I had, on the other one, I had cut it off here, and I don't like those rough edges. So that's going to go on the front of my card to start with. So let's go ahead and put that on. Oops, let's get those little pieces out that are in there. And let's put that on the front. It's a little bit crooked. Let's see if I can straighten it before it goes down all the way. The nice thing about Stampin' Seal, it does give you a little bit of chance to straighten it. Okay, this basic white, the basic white and the bubble bath are going to go on the inside. So let me just do that. It's funny, my video won't play. I hope you guys have a better, it works better for you guys. So this is going to go on the inside. And then here on the front, I have, if you're in, if you purchase the kit, I've already cut these for you out of the, using the Stylish Shape Dies. And this was cut out of Everyday Thoughts. So we're going to put those two together. Oops, on there. What am I thinking? Okay. And then I'm going to use dimensionals for this. And I want to be careful and place them so they're not going to be on my ribbon. So that's straddling the ribbon. Okay. I also want to watch the bottom left corner so that I can slip my little piece of ribbon underneath there. Come on. Okay, let's put our birds on there. I'm going to center that just like that. Okay, then I have a little strip here that I'm going to stamp the greeting from, uh-oh, what did I do with the stamp set? I put it in the wrong basket. So I'm using Timeless Charm. I don't know if it's still available or not. But I love this set. It's just got the sweetest little greeting. It says, "Happy birthday, my dear." But it also has one that says, "Because of you, we made it through. Thanks for all you do." And that has some background stamps and some flowers. And so I love this little stamp set. It's actually a bundle. I know it was in last year's catalog, and I thought it came through to this year, but I'm not sure. But it's one of my favorites because of this little sweet little happy birthday, dear. So let's see if I can stamp this one straight. So I'm just gonna give it a shot. Oh, much better. I think I probably should have done that on the other one that I did. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take a pair of paper snips if I have one here. I do. And I'm just going to cut this at an angle. I'm going to cut this one this way. And then if you're really concerned about having them both at the same angle, then I would say take this and put it right here. Just like that. And cut right along the edge of that. And that way you'll have them both at the same angle. So once you've cut the first one, you can do that. Okay, then I'm going to attach this with dimensionals. I have little dimensional papers everywhere. And we'll put 3 of those on there just to make sure that it stays propped up. So I only cut 2 birds on this one. That one has 3 birds. Interesting. Okay, it still works. Happy birthday, my dear. Okay, and then I'm going to take that ribbon that I had earlier. And I'm just going to cut a piece that's about, I don't know, about 3 inches. That's probably not even 3 inches. I just need it long enough to tuck underneath that. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on my ribbon, fold it in half. And then I'm going to tuck it under here. Fold it in half. Well, let's go that way. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. And I want a glue dot here. So I can slip this underneath there. And I'm just going to put a glue dot on the top right there. And slip it under there and glue it down. Okay, there we are. There is card number 3, I believe it is. So, oops, that one goes that way. So you see the inside. Okay, so that's card number 3. Card number 4. Let's see, can I move some of this stuff out of here? Okay, I have a stack I need to keep. Envelopes, I don't need those here. Okay, so card number 4. Let's pull that in here. This one is a little bit more work. You're going to have to cut your designer series paper on this one. Yeah. Let's just put these up here. We're going to use those. Okay, this one. Let's pull all our goodies out of here. We have a blending brush and designer series paper, and I'm going to need a paper trimmer again. Okay, so this card is different, unique, one of a kind. Okay, all right, so we got rid of all these. Let's clean those off just so they don't get stuck in anything we're doing. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw a butterfly. So my butterfly is this little one right here. And if you bought the kit, you have 2 of them in there. I only have 1 sheet, so that's enough. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blending brush and the boho blue. And I'm just going to start blending off of my... And I just want a little bit in the middle, not much, and more on the outside edges. So let's see if I can pick up some of that off of there and put it on. Okay, the only problem with doing this is, you know what happens with that glue ink, right? We're done with that. Let me grab a tissue. Wipe that off. Otherwise, it will end up on my white card for sure, right? Okay. Just a little rubbing alcohol cleans it off beautifully. Okay, great. We are done with the blending brush, so we're going to put it over there. This is a stamp set I'm using. I am using Hooray, Can't Wait to See You. Sending lots of love. Make a wish and you're the best. So that is the stamp set. Kind of nice because there were lots of great greetings in here. Okay, this is the card that we are making. So this has a snap to it. Okay, it snaps. So you will have magnets in your kit. And this is a pop-up card. So kind of fun. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to cut our designer series paper to start with. This should be a 12 by 12, but it's not. It's a 12 by something else. So I need a 12 by 5.5. So I'm going to cut, or 5 1/4, sorry. 12 by 5 1/4. So I am going to cut this right here. Okay, and then I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to score, so be very careful, make sure, and don't press too hard if you're using the Stampin' trimmer. I just want to make sure that was 12. I'm going to score starting at 3 inches. My first score line is going to be at 3, at 4, at 5, at 6. I'm going to have to open up my trimmer here. At 7, 8, and 9. So you're going to score every inch starting at 3 up to 9. Okay. We do have one more piece of paper to cut, and I need a piece that, and I have a scrap here that I'm going to use for one of those. This is the watercolor boho blue, and so that one I'm going to cut to, let me see what my measurement says for the watercolor. Let's see, watercolor boho blue is going to be 5 by 3 3/4. So let's cut this at 5 by 3 3/4. Ooh, that's perfect. Okay, that way. And then we need one more piece, and that is the piece for right here. And that's going to be 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. I got a couple of pieces here. I'm just thinking which one will I use. Okay, so 4 3/8, will that be here? Oh, good. We can cut this piece at 1 7/8. Just knock something in the trash. And that's right there by 4 3/8, which is right there. Okay. All right, let's move that out again. Okay, so, oh, lots of pieces, huh? We don't need this one, and we don't need this one. We do need, let's put that up there. We do need this one, and we need our kit. Okay, so, when you open your kit, you're going to see a magnet there. There's a magnet on that side, a magnet on that side. Okay, be careful, don't lose those magnets. There are 2 score lines here. You're going to fold on both score lines. They're an 1/8 of an inch apart, which gives you a little bit for your closing right here. So we're going to, first we're going to attach this. Oh, wait a minute. We got to round the corners first. Let me grab a corner rounder. Is a Stampin' Up corner rounder. I'm not sure. I think they're still available in the annual catalog. So I'm just gonna, oops, I didn't push right. Okay, let's move our magnets. If you move one magnet, make sure you move the other one with it, or you'll be losing them. Okay, there and there. Okay, good. So we got those 2 corners rounded. We don't need to round this one. This is going to go on the inside of here. So you're going to fold it over so your other score line is on this edge, and you're going to line it up with the edge of your card. The reason that we have that gap in there is because all that paper is going to go in here. Okay, so we want a little bit of almost a bookbinding edge there. Okay, so then we have this piece that we scored. You're going to start folding, and your first fold, your first score line, interesting. So you want to make sure this is folded straight. Here's my bone folder. Let's start here. Make sure this end right here is lined up and score. And you're just going to keep going. I would have scored this on my scoring board because to me it's easier to see the lines, and if they fold, they're a little bit deeper and better if I wasn't doing it on camera. Okay, so just know that the scoring board will give you a better, although this is working really well. It's just finding those lines. Okay, so one more there, and should be one more here, yeah? Okay. Okay, so it's really important that you get this in here exactly the way it needs to be. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up over here. First of all, I'm going to put some glue on here. I'm going to line this up on my back panel on the inside. Okay. And I'm just going to make it so that it's even all the way around. So my gap is even, just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to put my adhesive on here. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal just because I think it'll be a little cleaner. And I'm going to attach this like that, and then I'm going to close the door. Just like that. And now when I open it up, it's perfect. That is the easiest way to do that. So attach the first one and then go from there. Okay, attach one side. It doesn't matter really which side. Okay, so then this is going to go in here. So we can put that in. This would be where you write your note. If you're going to stamp something, do it before you put it in. Okay. This is going to go on the front, but before we do that, let's attach the white one on. Oops, wait a minute. We should have a piece on the front. A couple of pieces, huh? Okay, so this is going to go on the white here. So let's put that on there. Okay, and then this is going to go on here. Okay, now before we go any further, we're going to attach this to the front whole section here. That. All right, now this is going to come down here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attach one of these magnets. Now the other one won't stay in place, so be careful you don't lose it, and don't get them near each other. If you get them near each other, they will break. Okay, so we have all this area here where it overlaps. So you want to attach this with a glue dot to this area. Okay, so I'm just going to put mine right there. I want to do it in far enough that I get a good seal on this paper, and in far enough that it's going to get covered by this greeting tag. Am I short a greeting tag? I shorted myself a greeting tag? No, there's two there. Okay, so this greeting tag is going to go here, and I want to be able to put the magnet underneath that. So that's perfect. Okay, so just check yours and make sure. All right, so then I'm going to attach my designer series paper. So we're hiding the magnet under the paper, but we don't want to hide it under too many layers because it'll lose its effectiveness. So let's go ahead and attach this right here, just like that. Okay, now the second magnet is going to go on top here. Oops, it rejected it. Oop, there it goes. Okay, so, but we don't want to glue it to there because if we put a glue dot underneath there, then it loses some of its magnetic pull. So we're going to stamp on here with our stamp that says, hooray, which is not that one. It's not that one. Did I not pull the hooray out? Let's see. This one says make a wish. This one says, sending you the best, sending you love. Hope your birthday is wonderful. Is that the one I used on the front? It is. Okay. So we're going to stamp on the largest tag. Hope your birthday is wonderful. And I just got ink all over it. Okay. Let me real quickly cut another one of those. As soon as I figure out where they came from. Expressions, yes. That's the problem with some of our ink pens. I find that especially with the that particular pad, I threw one away the other day because it was just almost like leaking ink everywhere. And I had one that the lid's not getting on. So I don't know what's going on with those pads. Okay, let's try this again. Make sure my hand is clean. Let's lift that lid. Ink. I'm getting so much glare from the lights, the camera lights, that it's like awful. Okay. There, and then I'm going to stamp the rest of these while I have this out. You're the best. Oops, not that one. And make a wish. This is obviously a birthday card. Wish was not inked well. And my last one is not that one. I've used that one. Sending you lots of love. Okay, so this one is going to go on here, but I am going to attach with a dimensional. So my dimensional is going to go on top of here. Did you catch that one, guys? It went on top of the magnet. And then the rest of them are going to go on the back of here. Just like that. And we'll put one more in the middle just for safety. Okay. Oops, I guess I have to pull this one off, don't I? So that's going to keep that one in place. It does stick up a little bit higher, but it's okay. So now, when you open it, it will close, snap closed. Okay, pretty cool. All right, now let's put the rest of these inside. And yeah. So we're just going to attach them right in here. So I am going to use some green glue for this, just because it will be easier since I'm working with an area that make a wish and sending you lots of love. And there we are, that one we can close it down. And we're going to attach our butterfly here that we colored just right up here. So I'm going to use a glue dot for that. And I would put some of those beautiful pearls going right up the butterfly spine here. We used to do that all the time. Okay, and there we are. And that is card number 4. We have one more card to go, so hang in there. So there it is. And there. So very clever, very clever. Okay, card number 5. This one's pretty simple. So everything is cut in your kit. You don't have to cut any designer series paper for this one. This is actually, they're in color bags that we have that are treat bags. They're in the catalog. And this is our in color designer series paper for this year. So I have already embossed the basic white with the softly sophisticated embossing folder. So I like to use green glue when I emboss, because you know it's not an even pattern, and so it's kind of lumpy. So the green glue works better for it. Okay, and that's going to go on the front. So this is a super quick card. Okay, let's make sure I'm still on screen. I think Facebook's way behind. Okay. Let's see, menu, groups, my groups. This is going to dry before I get it on here, huh? Okay, all right. It looks like let's get it on the right place. Oh, this goes on another piece. Sorry about that. I was not paying attention. So it's going to go on another piece of white. It's going to go on the front of the card. Okay. Dump that out. Okay. This is going to go on the inside of the card. Just a simple piece of basic white going inside. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that. We do have a set of birds, once again cut out of the green leaf pattern on the back. And there are 2 of the birds. And then we have these. So these are going to go on flat, but tipped at an angle. So I am going to use the glue because it does adhere better to that. So this one I'm just going to put like that. This one, it's going to go like that. Just like that. There's no wrong on that one. These are going to go on with dimensionals. So let's grab some dimensionals here. I'm just about out. So there's one here and one down here, and that pretty much does it for those. Okay, and then this is going to go right across the middle here. Yeah, I'm going to take a little piece of ribbon once again and just trim it. And put some adhesive here because I'm going to fold it in the center again. Trim that one. Okay, cut those straight. Glue dots right here. That's going to get tucked underneath my birds here. Maybe. I bet I put a dimensional right there. There it goes. Ah, stuck to my finger. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp my happy birthday from over here. Now, this is that happy birthday that drives me crazy because it's kind of not straight. See, it still kind of goes uphill, but it's okay. So then I'm gonna, oops, trim. I'm gonna trim this at the end here. And look at that, I got a little bit of ink on there. But you know what, we just cut it off. Okay, and then a couple of dimensionals on the back of this. So I'm gonna use up some of my dimensionals here. Oops, not those. I like to use those that way, but not for this. Let's pull those off. And we're just going to attach that right across there. And that is it for the Flight and Airy class. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to those who purchased the kit. I appreciate it. If you're ever interested in a kit, I do have some available. Not for this one. Flight and Airy is gone, but I do have kits that I put out. You can go to my blog at stampwithdeb.com, and there you can sign up to get information. Let's see if I can find my Stamp with Deb song. No, I put it somewhere else. So it's stampwithdeb.com, and you can find information there on my blog to sign up and register to get some of the other kits. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.